Speaking of freaky deaky stuff, we're going to talk a little bit about weird addictions. Anna, you've got some weird addictions to talk about today, don't you?
Yes. And you know how taboo things, they tend to spike and pique interest, whether they be bizarre or stigmatized. Either way, all in all, they're fascinating. Weird addictions are fascinating, and they can make your jaw drop when you see some of these things and make you shake your head in disbelief when you learn some about these people's stories.
And I think we're all weird in a way, but these are crossing the line.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the things that really cross the line today, but we're all weird in some kind of way. We might not want to admit it, but we all do weird stuff.
Everyone has something weird about them. Everyone's
Right.
odd. There's no such thing as normal.
Right, exactly.
There's such thing as the norm. But we're going to be talking about some weird addictions. So what do you guys, because there's objectophilia. When somebody develops a relationship, a sexual and or emotional relationship to an inanimate object, what do you guys think of someone who's in love with an inanimate object?
Wow.
Okay, well, I think that you have some real deep emotional problems when you're in love with an object.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, like if you're looking at the psychological reasons behind it, maybe it has something to do with your childhood,
Yes.
you know, and not having things maybe, and then getting attached to things because you never had them before. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, and I don't mean to throw Michael Jackson into this, but he liked to hang around children a lot because he didn't have his childhood.
Right.
And he wanted to fulfill that.
And I think treasured their innocence.
He treasured that. So I think sometimes when people are so like obsessed with objects and stuff, maybe they didn't have things growing up.
And
so that's why they're obsessed with it.
An example of objectophilia, is a man who is in love with his car. He has sex with it. This started when he was a little kid. He was always fascinated by
what do you
cars.
do? Like,
There he is right there.
But how do you have sex with the car?
Well-
Wait, do you stick your thing in the gas tank or something?
What he does is, like you see here in the picture, he kisses the car, tongues it, wipes it down with like water, soap, rubs his body on it as well.
Wait,
and
is he having intercourse with it right now?
yes, in the sex with the car, it involves some masturbation as well, and he rubs his body up against the car. This started when he was really young. He always had a fascination with cars. Once he hit puberty, it got really serious. And he started fantasizing about the cars, would masturbate to the cars, and eventually just had full-on sex with the cars. He calls his relationship with his car, Chase is the name of the car. He refers to his relationship with Chase as a serious, committed relationship. And he says that he feels Chase loves him and cares about him. And he says he feels vibes from Chase. Like he knows when Chase is having a bad day because of his performance. Chase's performance will change. And he gets vibes from the car.
And you don't think this guy just made this up to like get media attention? Because it seems so far out there to me.
I certainly think that this individual is disturbed. I'm not judging him, but I think he was always a loner. He never really had friends. His father and mother divorced when he was really young. He always spent time with his mom. He was a loner. And I think that maybe him being a socially awkward person made this love into something that's just socially stigmatic. But he wants his father. The great part about this is that his father hasn't been in his life, but since that young man told his father about his addiction, his father wants to be there for him more and help him and try to support him.
I mean, I wouldn't even know really where to start from
I know.
with that. Like, how do I console somebody that's
I know.
like in love with their car?
That's definitely some deep-rooted psychological issues.
Yeah.
Another crazy addiction is a woman who's addicted to eating cat hair.
Yuck! Disgusting!
She eats it like this. She eats about 3 hair balls a day, and she's like this.
Ew.
Just like that.
Well,
And-
obviously they have calories.
Well, hair is indestructible. So it's like, I mean, that definitely has to do a lot of damage to the body.
How do you digest it?
Exactly.
I mean,
It doesn't get digested. It
No.
gets moved through, yeah.
oh, her insides must be gross.
And she licks her cat. She licks its ears, its shoulders. She says the fur is the best when it's licked off of the cat. So that's another weird
That
thing.
is
This is
disgusting.
really weird.
And what's funny about this is that she says she won't lick the cat's butt or in between the paws. So she's got some morals there,
Okay.
some
Okay,
standards.
well.
No, she has her. That's right.
Yeah, she has her limit at least.
Yeah.
You got to give her credit for that.
She has a limit. And what's interesting is a lot of these addictions are with women. I'm sure men have crazy addictions too, but the ones that looked up, most of them are women.
Men are addicted to gambling.
Right.
and like
And
sex.
women.
Yeah, sex, gambling, stuff
Right.
like that.
Now look at those derrieres.
Oh my God.
So a
Oh
lot
my
of,
God.
A lot of women want to go from flat to round. There's a big booty craze.
Wait, the third one looks ridiculous. I
Yes.
mean, that just looks stupid.
Yes,
It doesn't
and-
even look good.
It doesn't look real at all. It looks so fake.
It looks like clay, like she put a bunch of
Yeah.
clay on her.
And she's got such a small body that
I
just doesn't
actually-
look right.
I seen an episode of Ricky Lake on this that people were addicted to doing the butt injections.
Yes.
So I actually know a little bit about this, and they have to keep doing this every like month or every 2 months,
Yeah.
and
It doesn't last.
it's like $1,000 every time you get the shot, and they're shots.
And those injections that you're getting have like cement in them.
They
They're
don't
not
even
for.
They won't even tell you what's in the injections.
Right.
Like Ricky asked the girl like what's in it, and she said I have no idea. They
It's
won't
on the
tell
black
me.
market.
They
Don't
won't
you
even
think
tell
that's
you.
wrong for doctors to do that too, just to make money? Like they've got to know that this is, you know, hurting a physical body, but yet they still do it because someone will throw down.
And shouldn't you know what's going
$1,000.
in your body?
Yes, you
Yeah, I
should.
would
You
think
should
so.
know.
Of course, we don't know with food half the time nowadays.
Yeah, and
but-
when we drink alcohol, what is that?
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? There's a
right.
bunch of crap in alcohol. So
And that third girl with the biggest booty that we saw,
Yeah.
her dream was to have the ideal stripper butt. And she was a stripper, and a lot of the people that worked with her were competing on who would have the bigger butt, the better body. The idea of injections at first was very stupid to her, but then everyone was doing it, so that concept didn't seem foreign anymore. So she did it. To make a long story short, the injections made her butt infected. They made lumps in her butt,
yeah.
so she had to get silicone padding to fill it out to make her butt look better.
Wow.
what happens so we are all beautiful the way we are?
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're all different, so that's okay. Like,
Right.
that's okay. You don't have to have a big butt like the other girls.
Right.
You could work your little booty.
Like your little booty. And then there's chalk eaters.
Chalk eaters.
Have you guys heard about?
Yeah,
I've seen
me and
that.
her go out and eat
Yeah,
chalk
we go
all the time.
All the
chalk
time?
eating, yeah.
All
There's
the
a new
time.
chalk, all you can eat chalk buffet on Route 7.
What's your favorite color?
I like the pink.
Oh.
It has it's a little tart.
My mind just went sexual. I don't know why, but
Because you're a guy,
yes,
right?
talking about pink chalk. I don't know.
What's
Okay.
interesting about chalk eaters, from my research, they prefer the white chalk. That's the chalk of choice.
Because it's chalkier, I think.
The chalk of choice.
Because the color has other, I would guess, it has other
Additives.
stuff in it. Yeah.
And they mention that the white chalk is the best because the colored ones have an aftertaste. And one of the girls, she takes little bites of her chalk. She eats about 3 pieces a day. And she loves how it feels in her mouth, the grittiness.
But why doesn't she just get a penis or something
What
instead?
would that have to do with eating chalk?
She can't
If she
eat it.
wants something in her mouth.
Oh, you mean, I thought you meant why doesn't she get one for, put one on? Or
No,
something?
She could like if she wants something in her mouth, that's different.
Well, you know this is an actual disorder, like
Right,
in the
right,
in the
right.
DSM-4R.
And I'm sure
Called
of chalk.
pica.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah.
No, I was gonna say that I'm sure chalk tastes different than a penis, so it would be
Yeah.
a different thing. So.
And it's something about there's a lot of debate about where it comes from, and I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist or a doctor, but there's some that believe that a lot of times it's when there's certain nutrients missing. That because like people that eat paint or whatever, they're trying to get that in there. But it's so pica is this disorder of someone that eats in an addictive way substances that don't have any nutrient value, but where they do it obsessively. So there's something. it's just it's weird, but I guess it's a mental health disorder.
Yeah, and I think like
I think this is all mental.
it has to do with like some type of trauma or some type of imbalance, maybe an event that happened that they had no control over at the moment. So what their addiction is, they're symbolizing that as something that they can control, and that addiction symbolizes whatever trauma or torment they dealt with in the past, thinking that they're going to be in control, but really this addiction makes them spiral out of control.
Right.